I'm gonna get straight into this motherfucking thing. All right, so today, I'm gonna be talking about, the male and female dynamic. Just to remind y'all, just so I got any new people watching me. I've been studying, these concepts and these things for a little bit about 10 years. You get me? So I got into the point is when I talk to people about the female male dynamic and how that worked prior to all these dating podcasts and relationship podcasts, and before all of that existed, which was only probably a couple years ago, probably like maybe it popped up like 3 years ago where it became popular. Prior to that, I've always been studying it. I've always used my own personal experience and then also learning from other people that study this game. And if you don't know where even the terminology game comes from, and certain information that's still hidden, I still consider it hidden because not many people know about it, in a sense of it's an overflow of information. We live in a day and age where it's the information days. You couldn't have access to these conversations unless you knew someone like me that was a studier of the hidden language of this communication, about what the male female nuances that happen amongst them. Just like if someone was into computers, a high-tech programmer, I would not understand the information unless I went to someone that was an expertise in that realm. Or say cars, or the anatomy of the body, or this or that. There's astronomy, anything. People dive into their subject and go to the detailist thing and pull it out, and to the average viewer, to the average eye, they're not going to have the same experience as someone that has put their attention in a certain subject for a long time, because they don't have those eyes to see. They're not looking for certain things. Now when it comes to what I'm about to talk about in a second, that's how it is with males and females. When it comes to dating, when it comes to attraction, when it comes to long-term relationships, most men, you guys have to throw out majority of the information that your parents gave you, especially your mother. If your mother gave you some quote-unquote rules to how to attract her, 9 times out of 10 that it does, like, it's bad information. Now if your dad taught you some stuff, I'm gonna say this: if your father taught you something about females and he's not getting the response from his own woman, then you have to let go of the concept of whatever he taught you. Because again, most people have been brainwashed to interact with the female and her nature incorrectly, because they've been programmed by what? TV. They've been programmed by parents that were in the age of survival, meaning what? The woman could not really decide for herself if this was based off desire or a transaction. I'm going to be with this man because long term, through this transaction, I'll be taken care of. So I'm gonna marry this man. We lived at that time before. We seen how it looks. We see how the dynamic is. We see the issues behind that level of relationship. Now we've transitioned. You remember, I've been studying this for a long time. I already knew this transition was gonna come. We studied this transition. Now this transition is based from the woman's point of view now, strictly off want and desire. She now, as a female collective, doesn't need anyone, right? But she wants someone. Now, where does this put the male? If you're a male and you don't understand nothing but resources and logic, you're gonna be out of luck, because you're still operating on this old system that back in the day guaranteed you a long-term relationship with a female. Bet. Today, that response and that reassurance of when you get older and, you know, when you reach a certain age and you reach a certain level in your own career and your own status and your own income, you were guaranteed a woman because, you know, she relied on you. That's not the case anymore, right? So men got to go a step further. This step further, it's a tough playing field if you do not care for the aesthetics, the play, the drama of life. What do I mean by that? We are in a different playing field. We are in a different, how do I call it? We're in a different paradigm. Let's call it that. With dating. Okay? What paradigm is this? It has to do with emotions. It has to do with feelings. It has to do with a girl entering a world that is attractive to her. Most men cannot pull what I'm saying off because they're stuck in logic and reasoning. And what I'm saying and what I'm pointing at, you have to almost tap into the artist. You almost have to tap into creativity. And where I'm going, again, this is not for people that that don't understand it. This is for males that understand it, because, you know, I'm trying to help y'all, you know, life. You don't want to be a man that's bitter because women don't like you. Women are not attracted to you, right? You want to be a man that lives a life of abundance. Now, I don't subscribe to having sex with a bunch of women. I actually don't subscribe to that. But to have choices is a great feeling as a man. Why is that? Because now you're not doing it off scarcity. You're not coming to her because you're like, oh shit, well, this is the best I can do. This is the best I could get. Now, if you want to live that life, it's very easy. Just continue to go off the information you've been passed down with and don't learn and get a job and just do whatever. Now, what I'm saying, it takes skills, it takes effort, it takes learning, it takes letting go of your fucking ego that most men want to let go of and tapping into this game, because this game didn't start with you know, these relationship podcasts and these people that try to make themselves whatever they are. This game started a long time ago.